Uh-oh, that music only means one thing. You're listening to the Loaded Dice Rollers podcast. And this is part 2 of our second night of adventuring. We might call it episode 4? Season 1, episode 4?
Oh, we can.
Oh, sure we can. Jonathan says we can. I guess it's up to us what we call it. But whatever you call it, you just tuned into probably
Just call us.
your best hour of listening experience you've ever had. Tom, did I just made that claim?
No, you did, and that's a tall order to live by, for
The
sure.
best
The best
hour.
The power hour.
Now, if you're not an RPGer, like if you're not used to playing games, right?
Right.
What kind of advice do you have for these people?
Open your brain and open your mind and take it all in, because we're gonna blow it all to shreds.
Or you could just call in, we'll put you on the air.
Yeah, you could do that too. It's
Just call my phone, and you notice I never give out the number.
Only to Steve, or he got it somehow.
Oh, by the way, you guys have been receiving like robocalls on your phone a lot. Tuesday night, I had like 4 or 5 calls from Las Vegas. Now, I don't want to say it was Steve Wynn, but Steve, if you were continuing to call, we should tell him, if you want to play the game, just come. Well, give us a little warning, Will.
Yeah, just, you know, I mean, it'll be Price is Right. Come on down. But we'll figure out all the mechanics for you. Yeah, but yeah, you're anybody. I've ever since I've started this podcast, I've had actor friends of mine who've like opened up to be like, I've actually always been curious about it, never had an opportunity to do so. I'm like, all right, well,
RPG Curious.
Yeah.
You heard it here for the first time. Now that we've had that, I'm going to catch everybody up. So, we're in Ustalav. You know, it's on Galorian, the planet. The year is 4719. I don't know if anybody's... Oh, it was summer. We rolled for that. It was nice summer. And even a nice summer day. It's never quite sunny in Ustalav. Never sunny in Ustalav. And you guys have made your way through Shutterwood Forest. You befriended some, well, twin Half Orcs.
Some amazing Half Orcs.
they've been very handy.
We're the best Half Orcs we know, actually.
Absolutely.
Really.
Everywhere.
You encountered bandits. Fortunately, no lycanthropes or vampires.
Yeah, we did have owlbears, so it could have been better. It could have been worse.
How gamey is owlbear? Like when you're eating it, like what does it taste like? Have you eaten an owl?
I haven't.
Have you eaten a bear?
I haven't eaten a bear either. No.
And by the way, let's give some homage to Gary Gygax. What was he thinking when he just said owlbear?
It was one of those like Frankensteinian moments where it's like, oh, you can have the wisdom or intelligence of an owl, especially like if an owlbear can like rotate his head like completely around like an owl can, or almost completely around, and then put it on a ferocious, I was about to say killing machine, but bears are bears.
What about a hawk raptor?
A hawk? Well, raptors hawks basically are like the modern version of a raptor if you think about it.
What about a rat snake?
Rats. I think that is also something that currently exists in reality.
That's a band. That's a good band name. That's a 80s hair metal band.
I thought it was Whitesnake.
But honestly, let's get back to the adventure. You guys gunned down a bunch of bandits. Some guy ran off with his other friend's money. Actually, wasn't that the guy that was shooting his friends in the back of the head?
He was very good at killing his friends.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Pay no attention to the arrows in his back.
Wow.
I took out all 4 of them.
So maybe, Emerald Knights, next time we talk, you might want to sponsor the fumbles, not the critical hits, because they're happening a lot more often.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
Let's play a little sponsor tag, and then we'll get back to the play. How's that?
Sponsor tag.
Loaded Dice Rollers podcast, sponsored by Emerald Knights, the only game shop in Burbank, California. Recorded live at McLeod Ale in Van Nuys, California. And music sponsored by Leaving Richmond.
I like that guy. He's
got some good music going. He's got some great environmental tunes.
I bet he gets a lot of girls.
Well, if he'd stop Leaving Richmond, I'm sure they'd be happy to have him.
No, I mean the voiceover guy.
the VO guy. Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, let me. I'm just going to bring down the mood a little bit. Let's get back to what's happening. Our adventurers last left at the northern edge of Shutterwood Forest following a stream. It's a raid by bandits on a caravan, and you came across it. You solved the problem. Yep. An owlbear had been eating them, and they were shot down by bandits. Shame. You went north. You kept going north as you're instructed, and you did incredible perception checks, and you saw Clockworks more frequently up in the trees, flying above you, making their little metal sounds. To the half-orcs, it's quite disconcerting hearing these mechanical sounds. Yet, in the distance, you see a very tall mage tower. Very tall. Made mostly of stone and some wood. As you approach... Who's leading, by the way? I'm going to bring up the mics. Who's leading this?
Probably.
I'm inclined to put the orcs in the front.
Probably me.
Yeah.
Too.
Okay. You notice there are gargoyles.
Like stone gargoyles or gargoyles that are sitting there scratching themselves and gnawing on like chicken bones?
They look like part of the decoration.
Those are the worst kind.
So it could be either one.
How
But
far?
for sure, this is the place that you were invited to. Well, maybe not the half-orcs.
They've been putting in a lot. These half-orcs have been proven to be very, very, what is the word? Very
Formidable is the word I think
formidable.
you
It's a
look
very good word. I think this Rogard invalid would be amiss to ignore the potential of two half-orcs. Such
I don't, to be honest, I don't give a flying owlbear about what Rogard thinks. I think that we wouldn't.
By the way-
I don't think we would have made it here without him.
That's very true. It's very
And-
true.
Now, if you're driving into work tomorrow and you use the word, I don't give a flying owlbear.
owlbear.
If you use that sentence at work tomorrow,
Loaded dice rollers. Hashtag loaded
Add
dice
us,
rollers.
please.
loadeddicerollers@gmail.com. Kurt will drive to you in Maine and give you a free set of dice.
Road trip.
Oh, we'll get them to you.
They are Chessex. They're lovely.
It may
Sorry
take
to
a
interrupt.
week, but I'll drive.
Keep going.
No problem. You can give me a star if you want to.
Oh, now
I just negotiated for that.
this could be overturned.
Regardless of what the gnome says, they're here because they're friends of ours. And to be frank, look, I have my god's blessing and you have yours. And he's a dwizzard. But I don't think we would have made it without him.
That's very true. I think it'll be. I think once we just need to have chat with this man. He will see that he will come to understand that these are good beings to have.
And look, according to what Viv has told me, they're children of their kind, for all intents and purposes. And
Is this really?
Very young.
for me, that's all that matters.
I look over at him and nod.
I nod as well.
For Ozma, bless the child. Let's keep on going and let's see this gnome.
You guys approach the front. It's a brick wall that surrounds what could be called a manor. And the
Except for the giant mage tower.
mage tower.
Right.
And you see on the mage tower, there's a little, what would you call that?
Clockwork?
No, there's a precipice.
Oh,
What-
a
what-
ledge? A
a
balcony?
balcony.
Balcony, ledge.
And on it is a large eyeball. It seems to be metal in nature, and it has wings and a couple legs. It's very funky. If you're, yeah, see, you can see it on our video live. This is great.
You were pointing, look over there. And
Look over there.
there'd be one.
Yeah,
Holy God, Spencer!
everybody loves it.
Spencer's built a life-size one. It's killing us all!
It is life size.
His production value just keeps going up, man.
So you see this gargoyle and these clockworks, and there's a front gate. Obviously, you have to go through this like sort of castle type structure to come on the inside. But the invite says, "Come on in."
I look at Thurmond and I point to the floating, or is it floating or standing on stuff? The metal.
I'm
eye.
afraid not. It's just standing.
I pointed out to Thurmond and say, "What do you make of it?"
And I'm going to look up at it and Can I do a? I don't think it'd be a perception check, right?
Perception would be like, yes, I
Arcana?
see it.
Yeah, Arcana maybe.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
It's gotta be magic.
So
Magic missile.
14.
Oh,
Hello, welcome to Rogard Manor.
you're not quite sure what it is.
That's
but
what it says.
then it.
Hello, welcome to Rogard Manor.
Sounds a lot like Spencer.
Was that it actually like says it multiple times, or was that just a?
It's actually my alternate
Okay.
personality, GMacleods.
Okay.
Spencer. and
Hello,
Spencer
welcome to
Standard.
Rogard Manor.
It's like the automated message you hear whenever you go to like a theme park.
I'd say that's about all we're getting out of him. So
I think it's
Hello,
just a
welcome to
messenger.
Rogard Manor.
Do we want to kill him?
no.
Okay.
No.
Hello, welcome to Rogard Manor.
Maybe you do.
Let's just keep
Hello,
going.
welcome
I
to
understand.
Rogard Manor.
I understand he sounds very killable, but let's dial it back a bit.
Let's save our energy. Let's just walk on in.
We have to make our way back home at some point, and there'll be plenty of time for killing along that way.
This is true.
Promise.
Okay.
I promise. So let's make our way in, and if you all don't mind, if there's an opportunity to talk to something that's not a floating eyeball made out of clockwork, let me do the talking, if that's okay.
I agree, Uncle.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna make our way towards the front entrance fence.
Okay.
Hello, welcome to Rogard Manor.
Someone better shut this
Oh.
off.
Can you let us
Hello,
in, lad?
welcome to Rogard Manor.
Is the door open?
I assume the doors are not open.
They're not.
Okay, I'll dress him. Can you let us in, lad? We have our invitation, and I'll hold it up. From Lord Rogard.
There you go.
I push through the door.
You see, this character. He's a homebrewed, by the way.
wow.
This could be fan art, but this is actually GM McLeod's art.
Wow.
So to describe it for the people at home, just in case you
Yeah,
never
right.
actually get a chance to see this,
He's weird
it's like,
looking.
It's
He's like
like
a cotton candy robot.
he's got like the welds, like the bolts on him. He's kind of. I'm picturing something out of Wallace and Gromit, actually, if anybody
horrible.
remembers.
It's
watching
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Very,
So
very
kind of like that
killable.
cartoonish.
It's the stuff
You know,
nightmares are made of. I think if there's one thing we all can agree on is that all of these things will eventually turn on us.
We need to post this
Oh, yeah.
picture and
There
do
you
a
go.
best caption.
oh, there you go. Yes.
Now,
we can call him
Yes.
Can
not.
you
Why don't
send
we?
that picture to me?
I
And he's there.
identify
Yeah,
as
thanks.
a toaster
Thank you.
oven.
Yeah, he's a toaster.
Toasty.
And he says to you,
I make toast.
Hello, welcome to Rogard Manor.
Oh, this again. Can you take
Hello,
us? Can you?
welcome to Rogard Manor.
Hey, Noptimus.
Yeah,
Can you
he-
please take us to your?
Hello, welcome to Rogard Manor.
Right. Yes, I understand. We're very welcome. Yes. Can you take us?
Someone-
Hello,
Turn it
welcome
off.
to Rogard Manor.
Can you take us? Can you take us to Lord Rogard, please? We have our invitation. I'll show him the
Hello,
invitation again.
you've reached Rogard's Manor.
Let's push past him.
Yep. I passed
Hello,
past him.
you've reached Rogard's Manor.
I don't think we should kill him. It might make someone
No.
angry, but we could go past.
Why
Friends,
did you bring the Half Orcs?
Oh,
Seriously?
it seems to be. These half orcs aided us on our journey, and they've proven to be very formidable.
Why did you bring the Half Orcs?
they're friends of ours. Is that an issue?
My eye starts twitching.
Yeah, I don't like
make a
this.
diplomacy check.
Oh, that all day long and twice on Sundays.
Nice.
Thank you very much. That's pretty much what this guy was built for. So,
Why
happy
did
to
you
make-
bring the Half Orcs?
Happy to make all the diplomacy checks that you like. Diplomacy. That's at a +8 if anybody's counting.
Very nice. Ooh, that's looking
Oh, that's an
pretty.
8. That's an 18 plus an 8.
26.
Wow.
I tell him in binary.
That's where the star, I think.
Bleep,
that
bloop,
was-
Yeah, I'll-
bloop, bleep, bloop, bloop. Thank you. Optimus, give me a bath.
Why did you bring the Half Orcs? Please, come in.
and he starts walking with you, and he starts making small chat.
I have been well trained in the art of diplomacy.
I look at Uncle Boris, and it's like, seems to be your ballpark. You did better than I would have.
Well, listen, you're either born with it or you're not, or I guess you're built with it. So,
That's very true, Pat.
what do you like to do for fun around here, Optimus?
Please put your Half Orcs in the stable with the horses.
I'd like to do a perception check to see if there's any opponents around besides this little tin can.
The Half Orcs will be sleeping with the hounds.
No, they will not.
I'll tell him that that's
Please put your Half Orcs in the stable with the horses.
I'll tell him that's unacceptable.
This bucket better shut up.
That's That's unacceptable, and let me tell you, Optimus.
Are you making fun of me?
No, I'm telling you quite honestly, lad.
No,
If you want to walk out of here with all your limbs, then they're coming right with us.
Please be on your best behavior.
I don't think there'll be any question that everybody be on their best behavior, right, friends?
Yes,
Your best behavior.
we're here to see Roger.
Make a diplomacy check. Uncle Walrus.
All right. Yeah, happily.
Do it. There you go. Back there.
This is not the Clockworks. This is just something.
Oh, that's
Half human, half orc. A hawk.
Hork. That's a 17 plus an 8. That would be a 25.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a
said-
diplomacy machine.
Please take the half orcs upstairs for a bath.
It's better than the stable.
Please be on your best behavior.
What's a bath?
So here's the thing. I think we have to meet them halfway, and I think ultimately you quite like this. It's when you bathe yourself in water and wash the grime off your bodies.
No.
Is actually it can be very enjoyable. It's like if you ever rest in hot springs.
Listen, as formidable warriors, I think we have to choose our battles. So it's either a nice warm bath to soothe your bones, or the stables.
Kind of thing in the
If there's
stables.
beer and there's hot water and food, I will go there. But no animals.
Usually that's what follows the bat. So indulge me, friends. Take the bat, and then we'll all go and meet this gnome.
Fine.
All right.
Please don't pay attention to the gargoyles. Please do not chop any trees while you're here.
No! Are you kidding me?
Please be on your best behavior.
Spencer
God,
spent
he does
20
his
hours
shit.
recording
I'm amazed
the
at how
entire
much
dialogue
dialogue
tree.
is recorded.
This is like a Bethesda game. We have a whole dialogue tree. I say no. What dialogue tree does that open?
I'm fond of living creatures.
That's a good trait to have. We like to be living as well.
You bleed.
Foreshadowing.
That's a battle line right there.
He leads you inside the manor,
Okay, great.
and there's an upstairs.
Okay.
He does. He leads you right to a room upstairs, all of you guys, and you each have your beds in one room but separated by separators. And he leads the half orcs down the hallway to the bath.
Well, before he goes, I address him like, hang on a second. Can you give any details about this lecture or training or this education that your master Rogard is promising us?
I'm afraid Master is not here.
Well, when do you expect him back?
I am instructed to bring you inside.
Yes, you've done very well at that. When's your master back?
I am not a good judge of character.
I would disagree because you've let some fine people into your manor here. Now will you answer my question, please? When's your master back?
Rogard should be with you shortly.
Define shortly.
He's instructed us to all be here by the end of the week.
Okay. Oh, who's all of us?
The half-orcs will be sleeping with the hounds.
No. We've already
No.
we've already determined otherwise. No, they're taking a bath and they're staying up here. But who's all of us?
Please wait here until you're called upon.
I look at Uncle Walrus and I shrug and I say, it's better than nothing. Actually, out of curiosity, how well appointed... So this manor out in like the northern woods of Ustalav, like how well appointed is this manor?
The manor itself has gone under the radar for maybe 400 years.
Wow.
But it's in good shape. I mean, it's probably
It's
not opulent,
well
but
kept.
it's
Oh, wow.
and it's
It's
a hell of a lot better
very
than being in the
meticulous.
woods going through what we've
Yeah,
been
you
through.
can tell the Clockworks here. And there's many of them. You guys, as you guys are going through the hallways and stuff, you see, small clockwork bugs to, giant clockworks standing in corners, just sort of like a statue.
Are there any like Osimo? Are you programmed for pleasure?
God.
Right. Let me show you what I mean.
Wow.
Wow.
Right away.
Lame. Weak.
That's
Right
from
away.
the cleric, by the way.
So listen, Noptimus.
Optimus.
Who is all of us? You said all of us are.
You will be
here by the
attending a
end of-
lecture.
Tell us more about the lecture.
You will be attending a lecture.
Yes, tell us more about the lecture.
This way.
Wait, does he actually like start leading
Step
us
this way.
further down or?
Showing him the half orcs to the bath.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I look to Uncle Walrus and say, we've been on the road for many days, and I don't know about you, but I'd like to relax. Let's just relax a little bit. Let's enjoy it. Let's see if we can find some good ale or wine here.
It's fair enough. Hey, question for you, Spencer. Are the bugs that we're seeing around are similar, obviously, to the bugs that delivered the message?
That's right.
To us in the inn?
We're very familiar.
Right, so it's got that same aesthetic?
Let me tell you something. Do you really think this is a place you should relax?
You know what? It's a fair question, Ulrich, but I'll tell you this. It's either this... Well, I know what you would choose... But as someone that's grown up
I
in
would
the...
go to the woods, actually. This would be better.
I'm saying, but we're weary, we're tired, it's well kept, and it's just these Clockworks. I'm not too worried. It's a fair bit better than what we've been enduring these past couple of weeks. Let's rest our weary bodies. You clean off the grime and the blood and whatever else you got caked in between your toes there.
I don't want to think about it.
They even offer to sharpen your orc splitter.
Oh, wow.
What do you have?
I do have an orc neck splitter.
A big one, too.
They offer to shine it up.
I appreciate it, but I'm very capable of sharpening my own weapon.
Okay.
Well, I look at the two half orcs and say, you've worked very hard, and you've been an important part of this party and this family, and we appreciate it. And you deserve a rest, as do the rest of us. So let's...
Please do not chop any trees while you're here.
Right, please don't chop any trees while you're here.
I'm going to bash a robot in a minute.
No, keep our hands to ourselves, or we've talked about this before, please. But let's take a load off and see what this gnome has to say. Apparently it's real important that he finds people like us to give this lecture to. Never hurts to learn something.
We need to find some ale. I'm out of here.
Finally, somebody
And
talks sense.
I'm gonna walk into the bathroom.
I don't
and I'm
have to
going
eat. I am a clockwork.
And I'm going to take my clothes off.
Oh, hello.
Whoa.
And I'm going to get into the bath.
Whoa.
Oh, we
lead
did
the
bath for all
way.
of us.
Nice.
I need a bath.
With Ulrich?
So tiny.
Right away.
He actually is very tiny.
Wow.
Strange.
He just talked about your little dwizzard.
Is that fresh length? I mean, it's
The water feels good. Come in. The water feels good.
It's not the size of the wand, it's how you use it, right?
Is this?
All right, so we rest. The orcs get a bath, I think. They have.
Can you
orcs get a
smell
bath.
something burning?
Wait, what?
Wait.
That's a different question.
Yeah, so you guys, and it's a beautiful, it's marble, and it's brilliantly laid out, the bath. And so the water is like really hot. You've never taken a bath like this.
I literally walked in and I took my clothes off and I walked in.
He did an F
Yeah, you
this,
let it.
F this a-holes and jumped right into
I feel like that's a star.
right in there.
I'd give him a star.
That's
for
a
being
star for
taking the initiative.
taking a bath. Now,
He's a bath stealer.
now roll a 100.
Is that for like?
These are healing waters,
Oh,
but they
God.
also murder you.
Oh shit.
What,
80.
100? Is that 100?
80.
The salt, and it's got these bubbles.
Oh, it feels so good.
It really does feel amazing.
I feel rejuvenated.
I look at is the robot still here?
He's watching us.
God.
Come in,
Right
my
away.
friends. Come
Is it-
in.
Are you recording this?
Is it possible to have drinks brought to here?
Strange.
I mean, I look at the bath, I look at the ale, I say, why not both?
I would like to cast Detect Aura on the bath.
Yes. Right now.
Thank you very much.
He leaves, and he's going to bring up some drinks.
Nice.
I would like to. It's a
Cast
called
aura?
Read Aura. You focus on a target object,
Yeah.
opening your mind to
This is a
perceive
star.
magical auras. When the casting is complete, you know whether the item is
Star
magical,
for
and
her.
if it is, what the school of magic is.
Great job. You do notice there's an aura to it.
I do not have dispel magic, so I can't do anything about it. But there's something going on with that bath, guys.
So am I the only one in the
You're
bath?
the only one who's gotten
Okay,
in so
that's
far.
great.
But
So I'm
he's-
going to actually dip my head under to
Yeah.
wash my hair a little bit,
You look awesome.
and I feel awesome. This is really good. Where
Where
is the ale?
I
he said
get
he's on the
my
way.
orc neck splitter and I kind of like dip a little bit to kind of clean off all the dried blood.
Well, that could rust up your blade. You might not want to stick it in water.
mind.
But they've offered to sharpen it.
Yeah.
They said that they have special oils.
If they can give me the sharpening supplies.
They can show you to the shop.
Blood is like patina.
It's called seasoning.
Yeah.
It gives a character.
It gets a little slippy.
You, Jenny?
Please do not chop any trees while you're here.
Stop! up!
Eugenie,
Too soon.
Eugenie starts to disrobe and he's gonna get in the bath.
Okay.
He's so
you make a
tiny.
100.
100.
Small people, really.
I guess so.
That is gonna be a 68.
Yeah.
68, dude.
Feels really good. You hop in there.
This feels very, very good.
Honestly, it's probably the only hot tub on Galorian with clean water.
Come in. The water's great, and we have drinks on the way.
So now that Auric has identified it as, obviously there's magical properties to it. Any further determination that I can do
Yeah.
with the water?
You take your time and you guys really inspect the waters. And at the end of the day, they just seem to be like healing water.
Okay.
There's something interesting about the water, though.
Is it? Yeah, that's the thing. Is it arcane magic or divine?
Yeah, you definitely detect some kind of maybe alchemy in it.
Okay, so
that's
it's a mixture of
arcane in
something.
nature and also healing in nature.
I look at Thurman and say, I don't know why they're taking so long. You feel good, I feel good.
I feel very good. I'm going to do an Arcana check.
Okay.
17 plus 8.
Yeah, baby.
25.
Yeah, no, that's pretty solid. You know these waters are magical.
Okay, but I don't feel they're threatened by them, obviously, because I got in. So
Actually, you feel they're beneficial.
yeah, family, come in. These are healing waters.
Wow.
Eugenie splashes whoever's nearest. Just out of
That's a wizard. I think it's a wizard.
No, not in the one in the bath. Like whoever's out of the bath.
Hearing it from the wizard, I get in.
Wow. Howdy-ho! That took a half hour for Mel to get in there, but that was good.
Is that really a
Thank
half
you,
an
Mel.
hour?
Yeah, I don't know.
That was very resistant.
You get in there and you roll a 100.
Well, now I'm a little worried with the
Got
bathing
sinister.
waters out.
It was all happy with leaving Richmond, and then we went, oh, this is leaving Richmond too.
He's the scary version.
83.
Uh-oh.
No, that's good.
Oh, yeah,
It's good.
That was cool.
If it feels good, right?
Yeah, you feel like you're rejuvenated, and like it's a great thing.
All right.
It's a little uncomfortable for me. But
I'll bite. I'll go in.
They just said the half orcs. You got everybody else is in there except the
I
half
mean,
orcs.
everybody else is feeling good.
Yeah, all right.
Might as well take advantage, right? I assume I'm rolling. I'm
Yeah.
not immune in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
No? Oh,
roll
okay.
it.
It's a damn shame. A 48. All my hair falls out.
You get in there and you're feeling like amazing. Like if you had any damage or restoration, you think that you would be completely like healed in that way, and that there's something extra little spice in the water.
Nice.
You know, you think you could probably come
I'm
back
fond
here.
of living creatures.
You think you could come back here anytime and maybe receive the healing.
Good to
Bath.
know. Yeah, I'd say these are healing salts is what they are. Yep.
right after Uncle Walrus gets in, I get out of the bath.
I do not have eyes like you.
I look at Viv and say, "Done so soon?"
I mean, I took a bath.
She did. She's very clean. You've never actually seen her like that. Your charisma is probably a little bit up from having
I feel
the.
good, but
Yeah.
it's a new feeling. Not used to it. So
Is something you come to enjoy and like
And
bask in.
with a great perception check. It's time to
Anyone?
roll.
Yep.
Time to roll perception.
All of you, hint, hint.
It's only gonna be a 12 from me.
Only a 10 for me.
19.
Not quite precise.
9 for me.
Perceptive.
Okay. With 15 or above, you're getting used to the clockwork sounds in the manor, but you also hear there's some other humanoids downstairs.
I think Kurt was the only one who got
There's a
higher than
19.
15, right? Yeah.
Are they
25?
happy?
He's been standing
Are
outside.
they singing Disney songs?
Now you see,
I love Disney.
you hear a dwarf.
Of course I do. He's
And you
sitting right
hear-
next to me.
You hear a dwarf. Why is he like
You hear-
cursing and
How do I
dwarven?
know?
You hear a couple orcs that aren't quite orc. Maybe some human. You hear a couple humans.
Have we just cloned ourselves in these
There
baths?
might be other parties here. There might be other people with similar
Well, he did say.
invitations.
He said us. He said all of us. When all of us are here by the end of the
rolled
week.
a 25 too.
So there might be other NPCs that are kind of along the similar lines of us.
Well, I'll clean off my parts.
Yeah.
And then get out.
And he comes back and he shows you to your room, and you know your armor has been cleaned, and like if you had weapons, they're all sharpened.
Is
you
my
know,
club sharpened?
the club is clubbed. They show you to your room, and There's beds, and he asks you to wait.
This way.
And he asks you to wait. So now you guys are kind of hanging out. There's a lot of books on the history of Ulastaf. They're like some Pathfinder books where the Pathfinder Society has like written history of Ulastaf and perhaps even the Tusk Mountain Range. And Tom, with a great perception check out of the entire library in your room.
23.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You,
the Book of
see,
Vile Darkness.
You see one book, and it's labeled the keeps in the Tusk Mountain.
So I pull that book down.
Okay.
And I open it up.
It's like a dialogue about the many keeps up in the Tusk Mountain Range that you weren't ever aware of. You didn't know that the Tusk Mountain Range is a kind of a hideout for rogue experiments, wizards. It's odd that this manor is at the base and the northern part of Shudderwood Forest, but really once you get up into the mountains, there's 6 keeps in all, and you can read details in all of them. And it seems like some are centuries old, have been occupied by many magic users. Oh, you have a crow, and this is your familiar, yes?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and
Lady Lola.
And the Clockworks, it hasn't gone unnoticed.
It's a little intimate.
Yeah.
Please wait here until you're called upon.
And they asked to see your crow.
Okay. I don't really share my crow. I haven't even shared my
Not since
crow.
college.
Haven't shared my crow with my new family yet either.
Dwarf,
But
why do you keep this bird hostage to you?
This is my family. This is Lady Lola.
Why don't you let her go? She's a wild animal.
Lady Lola, appear.
I'm fond of living creatures.
I ask her to appear because you all haven't met
seen it.
this particular familiar yet.
They're bonded by magic, Oric.
Right. She doesn't seem very happy with him.
She's my family. She kept me alive for many years when the witches took me.
Yeah.
And she's been my eyes and given me freedoms that I've never seen.
But she doesn't stay with you all the time.
She's always here. And
But she mostly likes to go do her own thing.
Are you Oric Ventura, pet detective? What are you even feeding this dog?
Because the thing is, I speak with animals, and she seems like she feels bad for you mostly. But I mean, she's very nice.
She's a pity crow?
She's a pity crow.
I look over at Lady Lola and I just go, Lady Lola, and then I
It's okay.
nod.
It's okay. I like her.
Eugenie goes over to the window and closes it because apparently we were right next to the stables, like right below us. And then he starts to wonder if that drink was ever going to show. Not just because he's a fan of drinking, but that's also like
But because he's an alcoholic?
No, because as he's learned about Caden Kalian, drinking is actually one of his edicts, and so that's like one of the ways that he
Regens.
yeah, he
Energizes
actually
himself.
like he comes in tune with his god. So
A small clockwork servant comes in with
You can be kind.
and delivers you a few of your ales. Is that what you asked for?
yes, but I said drinks, so I don't think I specified. But
Okay.
They just know.
are there enough for everybody?
Just you.
Just me.
Yeah, I think we should explore the manor.
The Half Orcs will be sleeping with the hounds.
No, they will not.
Nope, we've already established otherwise. But I'll go and
Half Orcs will be
I
tearing the
took a
limbs off the
bath.
constructs.
I'll assume
I am not a good judge of character.
I assume, I mean, it's a safe assumption the rest of the group pointed out, hey, by the way, besides the Clockworks, we hear other people.
Other people? Yeah,
I'd like
sure.
to, upon hearing that, I'd like to go and engage these.
And you're invited.
Who are these people?
You're invited to a grand meal. They serve meals regularly.
Do they have an arcade?
It is Beauty and the Beast.
Do they have an
Kurt is right.
arcade? Can we play Galaga at the arcade?
They ask you to stay in your quarters. That it's important for you to manicure yourself.
Wait, isn't that the opposite of the grand meal?
Yeah, and then they invite you to the grand meal for
first
tonight.
Clean
So-
yourself up, and now we can have some dinner.
Make
Yeah.
yourself presentable.
And so, you guys adventure through your book. You learn a little bit about these, these wizards that have lived up in the Tusk Mountain ranges throughout the eons, including there's notions of the Whispering Tyrant. With the Whispering Tyrant was a very powerful wizard turned lich. None of the other keeps are noted as a lich keep or anything like that, so nothing in peculiar to that. But it becomes dinner time. And you're invited downstairs.
Spooky dinner?
I attack the darkness.
Spoopy dinner.
Okay. You attack the darkness.
Are you making fun of me?
Spencer, have we there's obviously been a change of clothes, right? And
Please make yourself at home.
they've made us welcome in that regard. So are we?
Do you have a change of clothes?
Well, I'm asking.
Make
in our
yourself
room,
at home.
I don't know. What do you have, like fancy pants? We didn't know that?
Maybe
Yeah,
in the
it's
closet in my room. I have.
It's very well planned, except for the half orcs.
We're wearing linens.
You guys have like extra clothes, pretty extravagant artisan clothes,
Okay.
and the half orcs
Just
kind
put
of
our old
unexpected.
stuff back
Fucking
on.
racist.
Just couple cots.
Total
It's gonna
racist.
so go sideways.
Couple
you know
cots.
it's
It's
gonna
the
happen.
nicest cots we've had. On
No,
our
well,
room
wait.
all
They're
the
up
time.
here, though, right? They're not stuck in just cots.
No, they're in your room. Yeah, seems like
They're
were-
like those little things at the hotel.
The rooms are,
yeah,
the rooms are legit. I would imagine the cots are down in the stable.
I asked Lady Lola to do a flyby of the courtyard and to
Poop on as many constructs as possible.
and to give me the lay of the land outside.
I don't know how well you can connect with your familiar yet, but you saw, the lay of the land. There's some pretty heavy duty clockworks roam around the premise. I don't know.
Anyway.
All right, can we get to the ball then? Let's get to the ball.
One thing that's distracting me is that they asked to see Lady Lola and your
Your tiny thing.
and your shield.
Magic wand.
And my shield.
He says he can improve it. He goes, your shield is
That's
flawed.
what they all say.
So I hand over my shield reluctantly.
This was my grandfather's. Please treat it well.
You're very fond of this bird.
This bird is my only family, minus my new friends.
Do you mind if we improve it?
Improve my bird.
It will take your rune stone on your shield.
Runestone will go +1.
I think about that for a second, and
Yes, I am okay with that.
Give us 24 hours as a small cage. It looks very kind as he just kind of encloses the bird. And he takes
Now,
his shield
wait,
away.
did he just trade his bird for a +1 on his shield?
No, they took his shield too, and the bird.
Okay.
He's very trusting.
It sounds like a fair trade, honestly.
He was more. The bird was
that
more
was
like
like-
extended family.
It did
Yeah,
take me
like-
30 minutes and
Oh,
to get into the tub.
yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah, it's a
that's
+1.
much
The
faster
animal rights
decision.
activist would be after us.
Yes.
Eventually, the clockwork comes back upstairs. He says, "It's time for dinner."
Time for dinner.
That sounds lovely. Let's.
Leaving
and
Richmond
Kate-
music.
Eugenie's excited because he's just had like an amazing bath. He's been plied with booze. You
You got the oil treatment.
Yeah, he's loving this place so far. He's like, I wish I'd known about this place a long time ago.
The strange thing is, as colorful as the bots are, like the entire place is gray and very dull.
Well,
That's the one thing you do notice.
You gotta find your color where you can.
Was this
There you go.
something that we noticed before we took the bath?
The bath was vibrant. I mean, it's marble. The water's clearer than any water you've ever seen.
What, like, was there a difference of like the walls when we were walking in through to get to the bath? Like the difference,
Yeah, no, the whole manor is just very
except for the bath.
dull. Even the tapestries are very faded.
Are they all ones and zeros on the tapestries?
Absolutely.
You can see they've been stitched by Clockworks. 1, 0.
One,
One.
one,
Oh
one,
my God.
0, 1,
0.
1, 0, 1.
And so you guys go down to dinner. And when you come down, you see there's another 5 people.
What do these people look like?
Who are these people?
Just like us.
They're just slightly different versions
Is
of you.
this like the upside down?
No, it's
for
like that part in
sure.
Shaun of the Dead where the two parties are like past each other going the opposite
They're
way.
like the
Yeah, you see
same
it's-
characters,
there's 2
but
half
slightly
orcs.
different.
There's a dwarf. There's 2 humans. One seems to be extremely
Smashed.
proud. He's just
Smashed.
glowing lawful good.
I'm gonna kill that guy for sure.
First to die.
First
For
to
sure.
die for sure.
No one needs to die, he says.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Everybody dies.
Hello to you too. It's
Unless
very
you're
nice to meet
evil.
you.
Did you
Unless
go
you're
in
evil.
the tub?
Pleasure to meet you.
No.
No, I'm good with my smell. Thank you.
It really does smell.
Thank
I'll
you.
wash in the lake.
No, I'm good. Fine.
The half-orcs will be sleeping with the hounds.
No.
The half orcs will be killing the constructs.
Welcome to the table. It's good to see fellow adventurers. How was your path?
So
speaking?
hearing that,
Did you see the caravan of evil that I destroyed on your way here? They were evil.
was this at the bridge by chance?
Yeah, it was near a bridge. I don't know the bridge, but a bridge.
And how are they evil?
Sinister clowns. You forgot to check their faces, didn't you?
No, because they were
They'd been eaten
expired. at the time. I was trying to see if they were able to cling to life, but it seems like you did a good job on making sure that wasn't the case anymore.
I have enlightened them to not being evil.
Mm-hmm. These clowns you're talking about?
The caravan of clowns. Circus people, really.
And was the horse also a clown?
The horse was an unfortunate event. Out of the woods came an owlbear, and I've decided to not dispatch it.
Oh, that was a different decision on our part.
So,
you encountered the owlbear.
I came back for seconds that you had served up on a platter, apparently, initially.
We actually ran from it. I'm going to be honest about this. My law requires me to, abide by certain rules. And those rules will dictate whether I can attack or not.
Eugenie starts, when he hears the paladin speak up about being paladin of Imode, he starts trying to be like non-conspicuous because he was formerly a paladin of Imode before he was converted. And so he's like, I really hope this guy doesn't heard of me or recognize me. Do I recognize this guy at all?
Caden Kalian, quite a badge on your armor, champion. Is that what you are?
No, he's
So you like to drink?
I serve him well, and in turn he makes sure that I'm taken care of.
I can appreciate that. However, I like to do things by the book. And I have a contract for you. We're going to be eating dinner, and I'd like to see it done properly by all the rules.
So you see Eugenie...
This is the paladin, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eugenie, he's trying to process this. He's like, so you have contract to eat dinner. Are you getting paid for this contract, or am I misunderstanding?
I don't enjoy drunkenness at a table. I'm going to be honest about it.
It just sounds like you don't know how to carry your liquor then.
It's quite annoying.
Eugenie points at Uncle Waters and says, he's not wrong, friend.
I do have something that you can have that will alter your state.
Eugenie narrows his eyes at this, and he's torn. Do I want to know? Do I not want to know? You know what? At dinner we can share our libations, and we can see what each other has to offer, and we'll see what there is to see.
I like you.
I like you too, friend. Hopefully we will be able to spend good time here.
Have a seat.
Are we at the dinner tables?
Why'd you bring the Half Orcs?
These are look. All right. So,
we brought ours because they're great.
Okay, so you recognize these? We found these Half Orcs on the way up from Caliphus. They actually.
By the way, nobody brought us. We joined the party.
Yeah, that was the point I was going to make. They brought themselves.
We're
here.
not fucking pets.
Did I say brought? They're in genuine, in Eugenie for a second is like, wait, did I actually say that? And he's like, my sincere apologies. That is not what I meant. Of course,
no.
They joined us.
Eugenie, you didn't say broad, but he certainly did.
Okay, so it wasn't me. I could not remember for a second. Maybe the drinks are very good here, but
our friends brought themselves.
They decided to join us.
On their own 2 feet. In some cases, 4 paws.
These Half Orcs are our new family.
Great. We should have a good meal.
Yes, we should.
Let's get to it.
I'll ask the other cleric there.
Yep.
Who do you serve, brother? I see you're a man of the cloth.
It's a dwarf, the one true god.
And who's that?
The god of fire. And he lights his finger and he goes,
I like that one.
he's like, Saren Ray.
That's the god's name?
Yeah.
Siren Ray.
I too worship Sharon Ray.
Oh, you do?
Wait.
The 2 dwarves worship
the
Saren Ray?
fire from his fingers.
Where are you from,
In
Dwarf?
a physical way? Or you
I
like to
don't know.
kill him? It's different.
I want it. I don't know yet.
Dwarf says, when I was escaped from some witches. At Risen, I was a slave.
Some witches.
But now I'm doing my healing.
Sounds very familiar to me.
Well, Risen, it's run by witches. There's many dwarves up there that are still slaves, you know.
Curious.
Yeah, not so curious. It's a land to be avoided.
Do you have ale at the table to drink?
Sometimes I don't like drinking anymore.
I'm going to start to look around towards the Clockworks and be like, is there a salad course maybe that we could start? I think we're getting...
I'm just thirsty.
I don't have to eat. I am a clockwork.
Right, you are a Clockwork,
Where
but
is
we...
that thing? I'm going to kill that thing.
I was expecting at least a 2-course meal, possibly 3. And the quicker, we can get the entree out, the better.
There's too much testosterone in this room. We're gonna have else in this place.
Yeah, exactly. No
They bring
offense.
out the first course, and you guys have a delightful meal.
Delightful.
You can
No one
gain
dies.
You can gain some points here by doing some diplomacy checks. I'll give one to Tom for connecting with the. Here you go, Tom. Here's the star.
I was gonna say that was
Connecting with the dwarf. That was pretty cool.
Who else is in the room? Is there other half orcs in the room?
There's two.
Where are they?
They're males, both of them. One looks very magical in nature, and one looks like a ranger.
Magical.
Where are they?
Sitting across the table from you, snarling at you.
Okay. I lean over to them and I say, "Are you gonna fight or are you gonna buy me a drink?"
He says in orc. He goes,
Okay.
Is this where the subtitles come in? Because I don't speak that.
That's actually perfect.
Wait, did you actually understand that?
I don't know if I have orc. Hold on a second. I'm getting back to there.
I don't have work.
I don't think I have it.
you see him laugh. He goes, it bumps the other one.
DM, I understand what he says.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Again, this podcast is not.
I do not have orc out of principle. But you know what? Honestly, I may have to kill this guy.
Yeah,
It is
Jesus.
kind of your thing.
he's calling him out basically.
So I'm gonna stand up from the table,
Oh, no.
God.
The other
and I'm
dwarf-
gonna look at the
The other
half-orc.
dwarf goes, it's not worth it.
It is worth it.
All right.
Do never, ever talk to our friends like that again while I'm present.
He calls you a slave in orc. And he says, you will do the bidding of the master.
Okay. So I walk now. I kick my chair out from me, and I walk over to the half orc.
The second that I see him kick his chair out, I also
I
stand
cast
up.
Shillelagh on my club.
Whoa. All right,
I love the
Eugenie-
name of that.
Eugenie doesn't know what's going on, but he can. I feel like he senses the.
All right, yeah, I'll stand
Please
up
do
and
not
say,
chop any trees while you're here.
Shut up!
Viv punches the eyeball in
Yeah.
and wears it as like a gauntlet. No, I'll stand up and say, all right. Tensions are a bit flaring, and apparently some of us, looking towards the half-orcs,
Make a diplomacy check.
okay, are saying inappropriate things. So
I'm
maybe-
fond of living creatures.
Maybe we should all just calm down and take a breath and keep our words to ourselves if you got nothing nice to say. Again, looking at the half-orcs.
Yeah.
The other half-orcs. Oh, yeah. That's some hot stuff.
Fire on those.
That's an 18 plus an 8.
They haven't really gotten up from the chair, but they kind of grunt at you.
Lovely.
You see the dwarf next to you goes, I'm not really with these guys.
Right. Could we all, and to our friends will say, could we all tone it down a bit?
Let's just enjoy this.
I look back over at Uncle. Okay, Uncle. And I turn around and I get back into my seat, still staring at the half orc.
I kind of still stand up, staring at the half orcs.
I pass an ale down to Viv.
Right. When she gets the ale, it's okay.
The half-orcs will be sleeping with the hounds.
Oh,
You see,
now
you
I
see,
get it. It's not us.
You see the other half orcs are like,
And
Makes sense.
I'll speak to the cleric and the paladin and say, you know, if we're going to have a nice dinner here, perhaps we should all respect one another.
That wasn't very nice.
Yes.
Thank you.
The Clockworks right. So maybe you could ask your friends to keep their words to themselves. Or does Iamode not follow the rules in that regard?
he agrees with you.
Yeah.
And he simmers down the table, and you guys enjoy a beautiful meal.
Okay. Eugenie breathes a sigh of relief.
You guys
That's
really
good.
don't know how close that was.
Oh, yeah?
You really
We
don't.
know how close it was.
I'm literally getting ready to strike this guy in the
It's
fucking
up on
head.
his page right now.
I know you have your combat page up there. For sure you do. For sure. You're like that.
You're just having dinner, buddy. You're just having dinner.
No, orcs. There is no halfway with orcs.
Hey, baby,
Either
we
you
just
kill
had dinner.
or you die.
By the way, they look very orcish on the side of half orc.
Oh, we should have killed them. I'm telling
Like
you.
their teeth are a little bit longer.
I know.
We're gonna have
Uh-huh.
to kill them later.
Right, but they have thin
And
mustaches.
they speak orc.
We should
Like
kill
it's,
them now.
it's almost like they were embracing being orc.
We should just.
Whereas you guys have kind of
Well,
run from it.
well, we can get our chance. Let's at least
But
fill our bellies.
The paladin,
easier now.
that was a good settlement over dinner. Perhaps we should have a conversation. He says, "Did you receive something like this?" And he pulls out a scroll and he goes, "Do you know this Rogard guy?"
About as well as you do, apparently.
I pull out my scroll and say, "We received invitations of similar nature while we were in Calivas. I did not know of this man, but curiosity got the better of me, and we headed north, and here we are now." So
we're always up for some learning.
I'll give you guys 2 house points. It's 2 house points at Rogard Manor. Earn 2 house points with
Like
the Clockworks.
Gryffindor?
Is this something
Pretty
we
much.
need?
Pretty much. I think this is, I hate to say it, Kurt got to feel no pain tonight. He got no connection, but you guys did really well at Rogard Manor dealing with those Clockworks. And there's a lot of experience with this.
I'm looking forward to see what the secrets of. Actually, we haven't learned the name of the manor yet, but I'm curious to find out who this Rogard is and see what he has in store.
Turns out he's not even really in the manor right now.
He's totally dead.
Yeah, it's going to take till the end of the week. You guys keep talking to the Clockworks, and they're saying they're communicating like, yes, the end of the week, and sometimes you'll have a little scuffle with the other half orcs. It seems to keep a balance somehow. I think it's the paladin and the champion really that are. Tom's pissed.
Keeping us together.
He really wants to take those half orcs down. They called him a slave. Kurt, just for fun.
Yes, sir.
In your room, there's a certain clockwork that starts malfunctioning, and it tries to stab you.
Wail on this thing?
Yeah. Well, it tried to wail. It surprised you.
I sleep through this.
Surprised you? Fucking dick. All right, the first one's a 19.
Until he's maggot.
All right, that's the next one. Fumble.
Oh, a 1?
Yeah, and
it's in the middle of the night.
Yeah, of course.
It's the middle of the night.
So hold on, let me do.
Jonathan, you have that chart?
I sure do.
Wow. We're going down on a happy Kurt killathon. Kurt,
that's 5 points of damage from the first club hit.
You smush the thing like in the morning alarm clock. It's just like.
Find us on Facebook.
Well, then the fumble doesn't matter.
Guys Rollers,
the
fumble, and at @GMacleods.
I swing at it, it dies, and then I trip.
A fumble.
84.
Fool.
Whoa. A fumble.
You trip and fall.
You hit your